Welcome back, folks, to Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
You know that Aryan Ocelot guy, whatever his name was? He sounds like he's like genetically modified with the whole cat roar that he did, and he rejected the gun advice that Snake so generously offered him. I mean, he really seems like the type for like a generous, genre-savvy individual who'd like really come back to haunt you. You shouldn't let that happen. You should totally kill him.
Well, I'll try, damn it. Anyway,
I mean, he's there, unconscious. Like, pick up the shotgun or whatever.
it's true. Where is he?
He's right there where you left him,
Shotgun, eh?
or something.
First, I have to put it on my action wheel.
Oh, that's right, the action wheel.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you don't become a problem. Especially since you rejected my advice, you son of a bitch.
I know. That whole, like, little kitty roar thing, that's just silly.
What? That's silly.
Created a time paradox. Can't go changing the future like that.
Spoilers?
There we go.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm not sure if there's any enemies. Doesn't look like it.
I got you a trophy for that.
I know, I didn't even know that was a thing!
I didn't even know that was a thing either. I knew that doing that to him was a thing, but I didn't know you get a trophy for that. Problem solved.
Yeah, we'll see Ocelot a few times over all the games. Uh-oh.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit, Spetsnaz.
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look,
The fuck is that?
That's what they were making you build.
yes. The Shagohod. The dreaded behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
This is Jew magic, isn't it, Lethal?
I don't know if it could be from underwater Jews.
This is only the end of phase.
Or it could just be Sokolov. That's what they alluded to. Maybe he is one.
Complete
Yeah.
phase.
Huh?
Wolfenstein the New Order was right.
The weapon's true.
Again.
No, we haven't even seen its final form.
Gets his hands on it. It will be the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
World War.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America. Quickly.
Now I'm getting vibrations when he's tapping Snake.
My help.
Got it. Let's go.
Such immersion.
You guys need to learn how to talk while you're on the move.
I know. That is one thing I wish this game and the series did. Like, you know, Splinter Cell.
Snake's radio only works when he's crouching.
Now, where those guys with the Hornets go? Do I have to worry about them? I'm not sure.
What about all those other guys who went chasing after? So, well, there probably weren't any. It's Ocelot, you know, just that big, right?
Yeah, maybe he killed them all on the way in and threw them over the bridge.
Oh, don't you be acrophobic. I...
This bridge can be kind of wily without the supports, unsurprisingly, but it has them all, so there's nothing to worry about. I wonder if it would reflect that in game. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, if it showed the damage that was already sustained to the bridge?
Yeah, and if it actually like affected this cutscene.
I can't imagine so.
That face looks familiar. It's the boss. What are you doing here? Man, she's strong. Feels like those things weigh 60 pounds at least.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
What's with all the bees? They back? Because they're hornets, not bees, but either way. Holy shit, God.
Hornets.
Well, that was creepy.
That's gotta be Jew magic as well, right? Everything we've experienced up to this point has been plausible, or has somewhat plausibility, right?
I love how we had the effect of the hornets going onto the camera lens there. Very nice. You win again, Kojima.
I'll just point my gun at it. I'll totally stop the helicopter this train dart.
It goes into the turbine, thing falls out of the sky.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Is that rain or are you glowing with power? I can't tell. I think it's rain.
She said it's raining blood.
Is he crying?
Yes.
And meanwhile, Naked Snake, they're like, the fuck?
But that's not all. There's more assholes to introduce.
M. Bison. I mean,
Psycho Crusher.
just fucking flies across the...
Knocks Boston's jack off. Sorry, couldn't control myself.
Proceed.
Colonel Volgan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Now the trains will run on time.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
Yep, Davy Crockett's. A real thing, actually.
These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
I'm angry.
Think you can pull the trigger?
Pressing square, it's not happening. Wow, she just tore the slide off the top.
I love how, like, sad face. Like, he can't, like, aww.
That's my interrogation arm. What have you done?
You see my face. You can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
I just got my bullets out.
Ah, fine. I guess you did give me Sokolov and the fucking warheads.
But still, that flourishing did go to waste. Come on.
You can trust me. I totally won't kill you or anything.
Nah.
I like how she's wearing, like, half-fingerless gloves.
So she can have good trigger control. He is too, as well. Something that really didn't catch on in the series. Or maybe it did and I just am not that observant. Again. Oh, what's going on here? Some kind of choreographed sequence, it looks like. And he stole her bandana. This is mine now.
It's better than getting electroshock.
Kerploosh.
The new blood has been rejected.
The currents down there are unreal.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Good work, Cobra. I knew you betrayed G.I. Joe. Now, remember, according to Major Tom, Cobra's what saved America and ended World War II.
My place
Yep, apparently, that's what it said.
But of course, the game can't end just like that.
Now, this isn't Ground Zeroes. It's gotta be a little bit longer. In fact, quite a bit longer.
He's significantly longer. Fucking phone. Be silent. Phone.
Trying to sleep here.
Don't
School
want to
tomorrow.
go up to a crouch in order to answer.
Well, you know, he may have been battered on rocks and everything, and hitting the water at that speed probably didn't help.
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can
How do you
move?
know that?
You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there.
Ah, now we'll learn about treating wounds.
All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Don't tell him about a movie this
Just
time.
relax and it'll
Needs help.
all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
That's a lie, right? Just like get off the phone with Major Tom, be like, ah.
I've seen people in worse shape. Were they
What
dead?
about that lady?
Yes.
First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
Okay.
If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it.
Fracture solved.
For last
You know, if they're gonna break the fourth wall, I wish they'd tell me the actual fucking buttons.
Styptic to slow the flow of blood.
Just press the
bandages
weapon.
to wrap the wound. If you do everything I
The
mentioned,
weapon window button, I'm all...
Snake has an incredible physiology. You can heal amazingly
stay
fast.
with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Yes, 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 yes.
Now, if he had to self-operate and do some serious business surgery, now that would definitely be a damn thing.
Alright, I don't think we can even move at this point. Let's actually try it out. Yeah, I cannot move at this point. I'm too fucked up.
You know, all things considered, you know, he's not doing that bad for someone who is tossed off a bridge to a raging river. You know, contrary to popular belief, a fall into water from that height isn't lovely and comfortable.
I would think not, especially since he was spun through rapids for
You know,
what
you know,
distance we can't even
you could
perceive.
easily shatter your body from a fall at that distance into the water.
Let's see, a couple of broken bones, a few broken bones. Alright, let's go ahead and get those broken bones fixed first. Fracture, okay. Would it be surgery or medicine? I think surgery, maybe. Used for removing bullets. Now, this is all new to me, folks, so give me some time to figure it out. Let's see. Suture kit for treating cuts. We'll need that in a bit. Bandage for burns, cuts, gunshot wounds, broken bones. Okay, we'll need one of those then. Splint. Yeah, I would think we need one of those for cleaning out gunshot wounds and cuts.
According to what paramedics said, putting splints on your fractures and then bandaging up was the way to go. But I'm not the one who's playing.
Well, you're paying attention more than I am. Since I am playing, I'm distracted by the gameplay. Let's see. Effective treating of cuts, gunshot wounds. I'm also going through these just for the sake of the viewer and myself, so I know in the future. Effective for burn treatment. Thankfully, we haven't had that. Cigar for taking leeches off your body. I don't remember that. Gotta remove bullets and arrows. Arrows? There are arrows in this game? Well, I guess there must be. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and put a splint on it. There you go. The circle got smaller. Can I quickly change areas? No. Put one there.
Yeah, and it tells you what else it needs. Like that thing that you
yes,
applied the splint on also needs a bandage still.
Let's see, where's my last broken bone? Oh, I guess I only had 2 broken bones. Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and patch these up. It needs bandages. Alright, and these ones need disinfected and bandage. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do it the Robinson Requiem style and actually do this first. Alright. We disinfected it. Septic. Do we need to do this too? We're not bleeding.
Say, it said you had suffered a deep cut.
Okay, it just says bandage now. Still not satisfied. Maybe it takes...
Yeah,
oh,
you
I
are
am
bleeding.
bleeding. Fucking shit, man.
Well, after you bandage the wound, then you put on the septic.
No,
You're still suffering. You need this. You need to stitch it up.
Fucking shitcock. At least I can do these at any time. There you go. Okay. Thankfully, it's not as rigid as Robinson's Requiem, right? Disinfect. Septic. So... and bandage. Ah!
And you're noticing that there's the top left corner, there's been that red bar there that's slowly lowering.
Yep. Those are our injuries, and, as we patch them up and heal, we'll get a bit stronger. And we're almost done with this whole process. We also do not have unlimited supply, so it's in our interest not to get completely fucked up. There are health items, if I remember correctly, but they are few and far between.
And now Snake's body can move perfectly.
Well, maybe not just yet. Maybe once we get out of this cutscene. I think that's a piece of wood while he's getting his barm back in position.
Might want to turn your eyes away.
Trigger warning, a little late.
Yeah.
It'll toughen you up and give you character, folks. Just like Snake here.
I didn't think of giving that warning until he was right about to do it, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good.
It could be worse. It could actually be you with this condition.
Multiple fractures and everything. Yeah, he'll be fine to continue the mission, guys.
Also, they got some health monitoring on Snake, don't they? It's better than a fucking offset.
Did you know they have a guy who can turn into hornets?
Another guy with a forked tongue and another guy who shoots lightning.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Maybe. Or I should say, recovery balloon. So beautiful. Fucking nature. Those don't look like balloons to me. Those don't even look like American balloons.
There it goes.
Also, I love how that was on display, for us to behold. If you got a nuclear tank, you gotta show it off, right?
And we'll never see it again.
Nah. It was just a plot piece for this first section of the game.
And by a fluke, the boss manages to look out.
Thankfully, we got all stitched up before this whole sequence. So we can wave bye to the boss. Bye, boss.
Thanks for saving my life.
And betraying me.
Yes.
Thanks for betraying me and saving my life.
Why didn't you say I could join Cobra? It didn't have to be like
I
this.
could have hailed Cobra with the best of them.
Or backstab you at a later point. You know how long my body will take to heal?
He'll be out of commission for months. He's so excited. He just can't hide it.
It's Christmas, dude.
Nothing like getting a Davy Crockett for Christmas.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Don't look at me like that. I'm not gonna use a revolver, I won't.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Good question.
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
But he already has a wife and child.
Listen, a nuclear tank engineer gets lonely.
She's a nice cat.
And he prefers them without eyebrows.
Take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
You KGB.
We may be able to use her.
She's pretty good.
She has spunk.
You can keep your kiss of death.
Spunk, no eyebrows, though.
I'm made out of lightning.
Motherfuckers can't touch me.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I-
Did you have to load it, sir? I didn't see when you did that also.
With absolutely no stability or bracing in the helicopter ride.
Well, this guy shoots lightning. Maybe he can manipulate his muscles.
Going to move your fellow Russians?
It's not like you didn't just shoot your fellow Russians, awesome.
You just said remember the Alamo. I'm sure the boss brought some extras, right?
Yeah, I hope that Snake doesn't get hit by this fallout either.
Ocelot stares down and he's blind.
I don't remember how many kilotons a Davy Crockett actually is.
Well, good thing the recovery balloon's perfectly fine.
Of course. Flesh stripped from bones, end of game.
You died in the wastelands. The world has ended.
Ron Perlman, no! This isn't your game. You go home.
You go back to Hellboy where you belong. That's how it goes, everyone.
Here I thought Naked Snake was supposed to be a bigger character. Save? Sure! We're not gonna get a, a save talking to, so sure, why not?
Yeah, you get
We
to
can avoid
admire
moving.
get to admire the nuclear detonation. Snake just watches on with it so close to him. Zero repercussions other than the blast effect, but his body's made out of sterner stuff.
Of course. Oh, this is a Konami game, Grimith. Holy shit.
It's time for the intro. Glad we could have this, and this is episode 4?
I know, I thought we were going to have gameplay this episode. How naive I was. Wow, 3 Hideo Kojimas worked on this game. Amazing. That does not look that HD for me. Or for anyone else for that matter. don't think they really changed up the resolution for this pre-rendered cutscene. Hideo Kojima also did the game design, my god. Gotta love this Bond-tastic intro that we're getting here. 2 hours into the game?
Too busy grooving to the music.
I know, it's
As
pretty
the
awesome.
words stream out of Solid Snake's chest.
I think that's pretty much what Hideo is going for here. He wants to have his own kind of Bond franchise. Although it's definitely a different, much different character. It's the same kind of mood. Not terribly serious, kind of half serious.
And the absurdities don't matter, your suspension of disbelief doesn't matter. You've got two options, really. You go with something so gritty and realistic that someone can buy into it, or if you're gonna go over the top, it's like the 24 series with Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
You go so far over the top in its absurdity that it's entertaining anyway. That's this.
I would have to say so. Motion director by Sotoyoda. I'm glad that we had you, Kyle Cooper, and your opening title design. Usually I only get to make fun of the credits at the end of the game. That's what makes this game even more special. With all these snake skeletons just flying all over the place like some kind of leviathans from a fantasy tale.
And you know, like the snake character being stupid, that's just so that a player, no matter, you know, his or her experience with video games or intellectual capacity, can understand what to do.
Of course, it's a writer's convenience, or in this capacity, a game designer's convenience.
You know, like, you know, Snake being so clueless and having all of the mission explained to him the moment he lands.
It's fine. It kind of meshes with everything else. Like in the manual, it says if you want to do a tactical reload, you just tap R2 twice. It's all, wait, but doesn't that switch out my weapon and just switch it back? It's all, yes, it does. And you immediately reload.
We talked over and ruined that beautiful track. I do actually like that track.
Well, if you enjoy that track, folks, I'm sure you can find a link to it. Or you can
YouTube.
play the game for yourself if you appreciate it that much. 1 week later. Still 1964.
Well, we failed our missionary one. Good news, we got a new mission.
Flying over the Arctic Ocean.
We get to beat an SR-71. Sounds great. I assume we're in there.
Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload any three systems shows.
Hopefully, Snake did more than urban warfare for the past year.
Well, you know.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So
Good thing the world didn't go to shit that fast, you know?
Of course.
given an honor on par with Aaron Shepard.
They still need to calibrate the Shag God or whatever, right?
If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Show your patriotism, or face the firing squad.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar.
You are the only hope we have, the only possible operative. You're the only one we have trained in CQC.
The boss was the last known teacher.
I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger.
Well, I'm glad, you know,
The White House
his
received
muscle
an-
powers haven't gone to waste. His
course.
muscle powers, yes.
President Johnson. Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman. It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin. Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they have never been deployed in battle.
It's essentially a suicide weapon.
It's completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is at stake. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple the government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing means nothing. Call it
Nothing means nothing?
completely
What?
sure of
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
Nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal.
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
Clearly preemptive strike. Wipe out the Soviet Union.
In order to avoid a
Nope.
full-scale
Sounds like a good idea to me. Just get a bunch
Nuclear
of those
subs.
Davy Crockett's and a bunch of crazy motherfuckers, right?
The boss ourselves will prove
Mhm.
his innocence.
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off.
They're
Those hires
smoking.
You were her last
The
apprentice.
nebulous higher-ups.
Gone up, we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
You won't just be 6 feet under. Nuclear war, motherfucker.
If you're 6 feet under, you'll be lucky. You'll be in one piece.
The KGB has
Aha,
promised to
bunker.
lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it.
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Thanks, KGB.
There
Take
was
a drink.
election in September 1960. You remember it?
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eve. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Vulcan's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
While I am thinking about it, the whole like Russian quip is a great way to reinforce the fact to the audience that yes, they are speaking in a non-English language, but for viewer convenience, not have to deal with subtitles.
It's true. Those are only there if you can't hear it for whatever reason. Or if we're, speaking over it.
We wouldn't do that.
No.
Hasn't happened so far. Danger, I lost my backpack again.
Now it's time for you to get into a tree and fall out of it 5 times. Well, it looks like he still has like a hip pack there.
That's good. Finally, I'm out of that prison. Ah, my muscles are so sore. Of course, he's got his bandana.
Yep. It's heirloom from the boss.
Heirloom.
Betrayed him. His keepsake, why not?
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the shadow.
Okay.
Then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Improve our innocence.
Boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in her Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volkin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? Came out last year.
Damn it, you're not paramedic.
Anyway,
Thomas.
it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. Prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom
Oops.
was one of the unlucky tunnels that was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Well, that's
that
good.
doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use 0, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major 0 it is. We'll start over from square 1.
That would have made this so much
From
easier.
Square 0. My frequency is 140.85.
Good thing that hasn't changed.
I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Well, that's
Is
good.
this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. More or less the same kind of fate.
Damn.
That'd be terrible.
Her frequency is the same as during the virtuous mission. 145.73.
What could possibly go
She'll be
wrong?
recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same.
Why couldn't we just say all the frequencies are the same? One
Gotta
line.
remind you what they actually are.
His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology.
He's gonna replace the boss, I guess.
Most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Could always use more exposition.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to
Oh.
rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
Maybe it hasn't been as long as what I thought it had
The whole
been.
area's been
Yep.
polluted by the fallout from that nuclear
I think it
blast.
said 2 months?
No one else would dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots? And Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You know,
You've been equipped
you'd think his
with a
body
full
might still be
fire.
suffering from his injuries in that case. Whatever.
I thought
Nah,
standard font-
CQC, man. Solves everything. He just punched the doctors and then himself and got better.
This time, you're now on an official mission with the United States government. It will be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war.
No pressure.
Keep that in mind and proceed with it.
You are one of 7 operatives we've deployed in the area.
Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
This video hasn't gone on for any length of time. It went from, being 20, 25 minutes long to what's the time?
Oh, we're up to 43:30 at this point? But, you know, we gotta have a second intro, folks. I mean, you didn't know this was a Konami game, that Kojima had anything to do with it. So there you go. We finished Virtuous Mission. Now it's on to Operation Snake Eater, the actual name of the game.
And if you couldn't read the title of any of these videos, or if you're so dull and inattentive as to miss every single clue up to this point, we're playing a Metal Gear Solid game.
Dude, maybe they started on episode 4, and they
That's
just
right.
learned.
They could be watching this on an Asian website. I completely forgot. We need a minute-long outro now, Lethal.
Of course. Well, we'll see you next time, folks, and for our Asian viewers, sayonara.